Now we're going to make a big kind of chord sound for the drop. So this is the part we're talking about. So that's just playing the default patch back, going through some side chaining. Okay, so this is going to be a 2-voice sound, so we're going to use a differential unison engine. And to start with, I'm going to edit the first voice and I'm going to solo that, so that's all we're going to hear. I'll leave it on sawtooth, but I might try out some different waveforms, but I'm going to make this a bit thicker. I'm not going to have the voices quite as loud as the main voice. I'm definitely going to want to spread them. Let's bring down the detune a little bit. Already sounds much better. Now I'm going to experiment with, again, pitching this down an octave and using an envelope to add a little bit of a contour to the pitch of the beginning of the note. So mod matrix again, MSEG 1, amount is going to be 1 octave because we're pitching down 1 octave on the oscillator, common pitch semi. There we go. Let's bring up the attack a little bit on the main envelope for the amplitude. Bring down the sustain a bit and let's give ourselves some release. Okay, now I'm going to set up a second envelope. This one's going to be developing over a longer time period, so MSEG2, and this one is going to modulate the amount of detuning, this control here, on oscillator 1. So you can hear what it's doing now, just pushed it a little bit more extreme. Okay, let's bring down the filter cutoff a bit. And let's try MSEG2, opening the filter cutoff. Okay, let's try adding some noise. Widen that out. Now what I might try doing here is actually use MSEG2 on the noise volume. So let's take down the actual level of it. Let's high pass that. Okay, sound good. Let's take an LFO. I'm going to sync this to project tempo and I'm going to make it a 16th note. And I'm going to route this LFO to, first of all, the common control fine tune. So this is going to create a slight vibrato. I'm also going to route this to the common control master volume as well. That's creating a nice tremolo, and I'm going to fade in the LFO. I might try a different shape here. So that's adding a really nice movement as the sound develops. Okay, so that was just our first voice soloed. So let's take it off for a minute and work on the second voice, and actually let's solo the second voice. Okay, so for this voice, I'm going to pitch this down an octave, and let's try out a triangle wave here. So this is just a layer to add a bit of thickness, and I might actually try even pitching this down 2 octaves. Okay, let's take this off solo. Maybe that's too low. Let's try it up an octave again. Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'm going to go back to voice 1. In fact, voice 2, I'm going to switch off going through effects plus 1 so we can work on just the first voice going through this effects chain. And let's try a little bit of overdrive. Just opens things up a little bit. Let's go to the chorus, slow down the rate a bit. I'm going to put it on this JP chorus setting. Okay, I think that sounds quite nice. Now, as I said, what I could try doing is actually experimenting with some different waveforms here. I actually really like it on that square wave, so I'm going to leave it on that. And that gives us a nice kind of interesting drop chord sound with some nice movement in there coming from our mod matrix. So to recap, we created a 2-voice sound with the differential unison engine at work. I did that so I could have a triangle wave that was just thickening out some of the lower frequencies, and that is not going through the effects bus because I have it switched off for the second sound. And the first sound was again detuning, developing the detune over time, pitching with an MSEG, so we had that kind of pitch start of the note. And really important for this sound was the fine tune with the LFO and fine tune with the volume, which gives us vibrato, and tremolo, which gives that sound a nice movement to it. So that was really important. And we had some noise on there as well. And that's what gave us this sound. Okay, so in the final sound design video, we're going to have a look at the bass for this track, and we're going to create a kind of square wavy kind of bass sound. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.